heat is it's much. God, I beg. Because at some point I'm beginning to think that is it that God is trying to wipe out the earth with it? Because
with the way I'm feeling right now, if I'm asked to stay under ice, I will stay under ice because the weather is hot. It's really, really hot. You're coming out from your house, you're entering hot weather. You're going back into your house, you're still entering hot weather. Do you understand? Your house is not even conducive enough because even your air condition is not bringing out air like it's supposed to do. The sun is heating up on your ceiling.
Going about the day's activities has been difficult these days as people complain about the heat, the weather and the sun. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency terms it a heat wave. It predicts temperature will reach 41 degrees Celsius in the north and 39 degrees Celsius in the south on some days between March and May.
Extreme heat. It's extreme heat or abnormal hot air. It's what we are experiencing now as heat wave. It's a change in weather patterns. So it's due to that change we're experiencing what is called heat wave. It's more common in the north and the south, and it's more higher in the north where we have about 41 degrees centigrade, and the south we have about 39 degrees centigrade according to NIMET. That's what they're forecasting. And the thing is that it's part of climate change. It's due to human activities. It's what is also bringing about this climate change. It's so rampant now because it affects both the children, the elderly, and the pregnant mothers, and it brings about illnesses now in most homes.
Over the years, Nigerians have constantly faced heat waves and temperatures have been observed to be rising. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, categorized the 36 states into 5 levels of risk: normal, caution, extreme caution, danger, and extreme danger based on the severity of the heat waves. It placed states such as Abuja, Kano, Sokoto, and Kogi under the extreme danger category, and residents were advised to take precautionary steps as they were likely to experience heat-related illnesses. States like Osun, Ekiti, Ondo, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, and Anambra fall under the caution category.
For the first time in my entire life, I experienced heat rashes. Like all my back is full of heat rashes. I can't even wear a sleeveless top right now. Despite the fact that it's hot, I can't put on a sleeveless top because I don't like the fact that there's heat rashes on my body.
My body itch because I have rashes and stuff, and I don't sleep comfortable at night. Do you understand? And during the day is worse than any other thing.
I've been experiencing heat rashes, sweaty, over-sweating.
Sun is always scorching, and if you walk 5 minutes, you see yourself sweating profusely because of the intense heat.
Basic things, there can be heat rash. There can also be hyperthermia, excessive temperature. You can also have heat exhaustion. The person might become exhausted just by excessive heat. And then you can also have heat stroke, and that can manifest in the form of fainting. You can imagine because of excessive heat, one can faint.
What I do at home is when I start feeling hot, I just take a cool shower and then it calms down.
Between 12 and 4, I try to stay off the sun because of the heat. And the clothes I wear, I don't wear thick clothes. I try to wear short and light clothes so that I can be able to control my body temperature.
Oh, I sleep naked like the way I came to the earth. So that's how I've been sleeping, and thank God I live alone, so I sleep totally naked. At times I shower like up to over 5 times before daybreak because yes, it's terribly hot. So thank God there's water. I don't have AC in my house, I don't have a private car, so yes, I'll still experience it. So that's why I go out with my umbrella because the sun is killing.
I do have my clothes though. Whenever I'm inside, I have my clothes throughout. So I took my bath like 4 times, 5 times in a day.
For coping mechanism, it's just for us to ensure that we always have power supply in our houses. We should have enough, and now I mean enough alternative source of power supply aside from the national grid, especially in some areas where the national grid might not be sufficient. So you have solar to be able to help in ensuring that your fans are running, or you have an inverter, or you invest in generator set where you have to power your AC sometimes. You also want to ensure that you take enough regular cold water bath throughout the day when the body is actually calling for help as far as heat response is concerned. Take a walk, especially in the evening, and then go to gardens, go to swimming pool, swim, or just have some bath, lie down in the water, and have some of the body regulated. If they have underlying medical condition, they should not expose themselves to excessive heat. And then those that are in extreme high temperature area must be cautious about the temperature in their area to know at what temperature are they doing better, at what temperature their body calling for help, and they must also always follow the weather forecast.
So what they can do is to stay more outside, more inside. I mean, you stay more inside, and if you are going out to wear sunshade, or you can wear caps. Those things are this, and you can drink more water. Those are the things you can do to be able to temporarily ameliorate the issue.
From what I've been hearing since I've been a kid, I think is due to the depreciation of the ozone layer and stuff like that. So due to this, maybe exhaust smokes from exhaust pipes from generators, industries, and things like that, it's causing the ozone layer to be punctured, and then more rays of sunlight.
I just feel it's climate, weather, whatsoever, because I can't really place my finger on this is what the problem is or this is what the problem is.
We always talk about global warming. I don't know much about it, but I think it's global warming has the part to play. Tree planting, if the government can take that serious, it will help. Tree planting at home also, if you and I can take it serious, it will help. Then emission, I don't think that's something we can control, but tree planting is something we can do. Then emission, we can control the rate of carbon we expose to the environment. That alone, that should be part of what we can use to control the global warming itself.
As it is, it's due to human activity, because now we flare gases all over the country. Especially in the Niger Delta, we are flaring gas. It contributes, and we're also burning good seeds from people, common with NAFDAC and customs. Burning goods also, it contributes to such things. We have illegal oil, or oil refineries, burning this thing without the normal way of refining. So with that, it contributes to the hot air we are seeing now. It's a climate change issue.
Burdened with the heat and taking steps to manage the situation. The poor electricity supply being experienced across the country has worsened the situation for many Nigerians, as the national grid has collapsed 3 times in 4 months, causing more discomfort.
The government can improve the electricity, because power has been really bad. It's been terrible. So because before, in my where I live, I enjoy at least 18 hours. Yes, I enjoy at least 18 hours in a day, but now I barely see it for 1 day, and I don't have generator. So how do you want me to cope? I don't have generator, there's no power, and the heat is much. So assuming there is power now, at least the fan will be rolling and it will suppress the heat.
I will plead with the government, they should give us stable electricity. Do you understand? Some places might have light and some other places will not have light. Most times I burn fuel every day in my house. Right now, before leaving the house, there's not been power since yesterday. You understand? And some sides around my area has light, and me, I don't have light. So I have to burn petrol, burn everything, just to have that comfortability.
For government, well, let's just ensure that power supply is stable across areas, including rural areas, because that is not just some areas that have more power supply compared to the other. Let's have more power supplies. Let's invest in more gardens and more gardens.
We as individuals should also have our own ways of helping out, ameliorating the climate change issue by doing our bits in our homes, by planting trees, by all those things planting trees in our different communities. We have to also encourage more people to go into agricultural production. Yes, and we also have to stop importing vehicles that have, that are not up to standards. The second-hand vehicles are more in Nigeria. If you check according to global statistics, there are so much second-hand vehicles. It should be checked by the emission production should be checked by the state agencies and federal and state agencies. Indeed, what we can do now is to implement the global agreement on climate change. We reduces our emissions. We stop burning of goods, and we also have to stop the flaring of gases. I think all those things will go a long way to curb this incident.
With the changing climate posing a threat to Nigerians' well-being, what could we expect in the future?
But the thing is that it gets worse. If these things are not done, it gets worse. Another thing, is that we may have low agricultural production, reduce industrial and agricultural production processes. It may also affect it. It may also affect infrastructure. So if we don't go on to curb it, it will be more of risking our lives.
The need to take action is now. I am Fuluke Adiroba, and this is the Guardian TV.